Hi, this is Dr. Lueth. It's 29th still, July 2024, 2:35 p.m. Eastern New York time. I'm watching uh, Coldplay Extra, all the behind the scenes crew. Hi, Becca! Samara. Oh, I see. Yeah, all the, crew, the manager and all that getting introduced. So, yeah, that's kind of fun. See all the people, what they do, talk about what they do. Um, so some of the things they have to adjust to and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting, actually. But yeah, I have to lay down. So I'm like, okay, well, my head is essentially up, upright generally. Uh, oh yeah. Uh, if you ever do experience, what do you call it? Sleep paralysis. That's the other thing. Is never okay. It has to be one of your two sides you sleep on. Never sleep on the stomach. Okay, there's good reason for that. If that's your natural sleeping, then yeah, you definitely need to try and maneuver on one side or the other, because that can sometimes cause compression of the lungs when you're in really slow breathing phase. So that really could cause some issues. So if you're a natural stomach sleeper, you may not experience sleep paralysis like that. But if you do at any point in time, don't use stomach sleeping, just side sleeping. Like I said, you have a doctor check because there may be one side or the other that's better for you to sleep on. I know. I put up like I try and find sometimes the butt ugliest like snapshot of me. When you're middle of talking and it's one of the yeah. That's like clearing out the pipes. Fucked up the wrong ones, what you did. Oh well, tough shit. Over you. Yeah, I'm still kind of warming up. Uh, I know sometimes it expels through my nose. That's just like no fun. But anyway, um, I was looking. Like I have some of my own songs, just slowly but surely, kind of, and I just, but I do purposely like pick a point in time where I say, okay, this is exactly what I'm gonna be doing, even if I don't get anything done, seemingly. Like that's this this period of time is meant specifically for that, and usually it comes pretty quickly and easily. But because I had to adjust from guitar, and I gotta adjust my voice again, which is difficult sometimes. So, oh well, working on it. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, when it comes to air quote paranormal whatever activity, yeah, sometimes light bulbs get used. Okay, And so I'm just extra aware that way. And sometimes I know, yeah, for instance, I bought one of those GE smart bulbs, and it was set up for a place I formerly lived. So when I moved, yeah, it started doing the blinking thing again, and I didn't get why it was doing it. So I didn't make an assumption about it, but it seemed off. Uh, but I just decided, okay, well, I'll change out light bulbs and see if it makes a difference, and it did. Right. So I know how to kind of tell, even if I'm not sure right first. But this one right here, okay, if anything, any tries, usually it's this one. Um, but I'm also going to say, there are some things that, like my what do you call it? Selfie light, whatever the thing. Yeah, it was inexpensive. It says it's UL listed, but I doubt it. That's what I'm saying. Right? It's kind of all kinds of tweaky little things happen because of looser connections or not properly put together 100%. Uh, so there are times when one light in a house or something or two might flicker, but you have to understand there's power surges a lot in the regular electrical system. That's why the outlets are built that way and certain things, right? So it's more even delivery. But if you don't have it properly UL listed and it wasn't put together properly and there's some tweaky things in it, that could possibly pick up through the lamps and things that aren't necessarily well built. Okay. So if you know you got light, that's why I know that light is just regularly kind of tweaky. If it started blinking or doing something, I would not assume anything. I would just be like, I'm gonna have to. This thing's gonna die soon. Okay, pretty much not any other kind of message there. See what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. Okay, right. If you have, you know, a little bit of herky jerky, or if, yeah, also if it fell at a certain point and it loosened something, and sometimes if like they can be wired okay, but if you bump them or knock them, they're not wired well enough, and right, and it like skips electrical a little bit there, electric contact just a little bit. See what I mean? Like just a little bit. So if there is any kind of surge that most appliances, most modern builds sort of, I don't know, account for or cancel out or whatever. But there's still those places electricity may not, you know, the up to code standards. So, like, it could be one electrical socket, whatever you plug in there. So always plug in different stuff so you know. Okay. So, right. So this one shut off while I was online. And I usually just wait and see if there's, uh, it blinks. The reason this one's a little easier to discern, it's got a toggle switch. And those, okay, are helpful, but it takes a little more energy. So I wait because might be building up a little, just enough to flick the toggle switch. Because the toggle switch does go down like something pressed it. You know what I'm trying to say? But that's not what happened the other day. I think was I was moving my bed around and didn't realize that the plug had loosened a little bit. And so I was able to turn it back on. But then later on, it happened again, and it was just the plug. I moved something, and it kind of put the plug in a precarious, the outlet, you know, um, their contacts, their metal contacts is what they are, but people know plug. Um, so those kind of things you have to consider all the time. If you think you're getting, sometimes you're not at all. That's not what it is at all. Okay, so I understand. You know, if I look at a, what do you call it, the electrical diagram, the, what do you call it? With, yeah, somebody knows what I mean. Current chart, whatever that's called. Yeah, I can say for sure that there are plenty of places all over the planet that don't have steady, stable electricity. Things can flicker, things can brighten and lighten depending on power delivery and stuff like that. Around here, it's pretty good. But it can occasionally, like this small little thing. But if you have antique lamps, if you have older plugs, sometimes even mold, uh, if sitting long enough in other things, uh, in the electrical design or moisture that starts building up, used to happen with over wire powered home phones. If too much water gets in, it sounds, you get these little cracklies. And it, right. But what that is just water got in to the lines because that happened. Um, and because you had to have power. See, those phones, if your electricity went out, they didn't work. So they have to, right. So the power line's in with the phone line, right? But that's why. Because you're actually hearing electricity, water contact with your ears. But some people think it's the other side. Okay. You have to get your phone lines checked first before you can say that. Because that's how it works. I mean, we power delivery as even as we can in the US, right? But there are a lot of places aren't like that. So sometimes it's not what you think. Anybody who knows, you know, those of us who had remembered those wall phones that didn't charge or weren't like that, right? They had to have a direct electrical current, couldn't use them on a battery or anything. Then, yes, but then the basis came. So you can carry your phone around, but you still had to have electricity, right? Um, so, yeah, that was not what that was. It's just a precarious little plug that just kind of disconnected really quickly. And that could have easily been like if a bigger truck, because this, yeah, this is a intersection where the larger trucks and heavier equipment have to use it because it's the only place they can make a turn properly with wide enough lane and all that. So sometimes if one rumbles by, that's probably what happened. It'll shake the house a little, and it probably just shook the plug out real quick. But those are things you all have to consider before you go jumping to any conclusions. Because I know I've met people who've heard that. It sounds like a little bit of a squeal crackle. Yeah, I can't really repeat it, but that's usually And in case you got water in your phone line, moisture, condensation, something, and that you're hearing the interaction of that electricity trying to maneuver through and around moisture. Mm-hmm. So you got to keep that in mind. But yeah, I know that one. I'll make a note of it. I have that blue light stand right there, right there, and I know I'm pointing at it, you guys can't see it, but that is a metal. It's not a string. Well, yeah, it's one of those ball chains, but that ball is pretty heavy, all things considered. So there was just randomly, I was just sitting doing something, and I mean, it had to be, yeah, last week sometime. uh, I have fans on all the time, so there was no change in wind or oh crap. I'm feeling I'm about to experience a dental emergency. Yeah, but that even if I'm dancing around, the floor shakes doesn't. So there's no way there was nothing that could have possibly done that. It just started swinging like a pendulum for a little while. It just stopped. So I just make a note of these things, and that's what I'm doing. There's no explanation that I can find. I wasn't doing anything different than I usually do. And even when I'm dancing around, anything shakes it, that thing doesn't move. But I just happen to see out of the corner of my eye. I'm watching it. It just started going. And then it just came to a dead stop. So something must have been manipulating it. For it, especially for it to come to a dead stop like that, not like naturally just slow down and stop, just dead stop. So there it is. That has to be some kind of manipulation. But it wasn't me. That I knew. Okay, I know it wasn't me. There'd be no way that it could, considering what I was doing, what I was thinking about. And yep, it didn't, that doesn't tie in with me. So it couldn't have been me doing that. I just know that. Anybody, psychokinetic kind of stuff. I mean, of course, I know it's possible with me, but that wasn't anything that I did. So there it is. I'm just duly noting all that. The other thing is, um, I recuse myself from something on purpose because I'm really getting tired of being attacked. It's like you need to inform your own. If you get the information, freaking share it. Okay, you got to soon because you're gonna have to get used to it right the hell now. Okay, but what I'm saying is, I'm pretty sure that there is some kind of issue with allowing Linkin Park to continue to use that name, but I'm staying out of it because you fuckers are ungrateful and didn't appreciate anything I did, anyways. We're accused, and that's not good news because I'm the nice one. Okay, I'm just saying, what I understand of it, I highly doubt Linkin Park's going to be able to continue to use that name, but that gets sent somewhere else. Leave me the fuck alone with it then, okay? If you don't like the planet you live on, then find a fucking way to get off of it. Why do I have to pay for electricity and food? I still have not gotten any proper answer. And who told some of them I was here to help them? I need an answer to that. Some people are thinking that they're being spoken to from someone they love who may have crossed the veil. Okay? But a lot of the stuff I'm seeing, the proper camera angles, the proper information, it's not there. It's all just bold, unhealthy assumptions. I'll give you an example. I was going through shorts, and of course, like the funny dogs and cats, I always, oh, a break, they're fun, you know. I know, so fun. Like this, the messes they get themselves into, and then they're all like, "What? I didn't do it." You know what I mean? Like, it could have been me. The catio, whatever the hell that's called. Okay, it's like a keypad for cats, and there's words, so they can go and press their paw, like hungry or water or tired or right, and this kind of thing. And there was a camera angle. For one thing, somebody putting arrows to shit. We can't see what the fuck you see. Are you sure it's really there? But I can discern really well. And some of it, I'm like, there's fucking nothing there at all. That's normal. It's been the same way the whole time. To think what there's like, I've seen arrows go to some. There's absolutely zero changes. Okay, depends on what kind of equipment you have, what kind of wavelengths, what kind of right. Okay, but yeah, the catio, and I think the caption was, "This is not what you want to hear at night." The cat cam, cat comes and touches on the keyboard. Stranger, and then cat's looking out the window. Who, big fucking deal. That cat doesn't know who's out there. Knock it off, people. It doesn't help you get attention. And some of this building up, you're all going to get sued by somebody for fucking up cases, for getting people so fucking worked up over nothing. And some of you don't know what the hell. You got to have the shot of what the fuck is there. You understand? It could have been somebody just walking by the fucking window. They got up, kitty cat got up to, clean or go to the bathroom or change positions or chase a bug, and just happened to walk over and happen to notice that someone was crossing by the window. And if they don't know, then stranger. What are you guys doing? Oh, by the way, you are not allowed to make statements in the United States of America and in front of people who know better. All you assholes who the Heart's 2-in-1 reflective collar for outdoors, breakaway collar. There's nothing wrong with it. It does not harm your animals, you lying sacks of shit. Shut your faces and quit trying to teach children things now. That's the safest collar on the fucking market. Especially reflective at night. If it's a breakaway, they get into a fight, somebody tries to, right? They get stuck in a tree. Reflective is nice for all. Animals go outside at night. And 2-in-1's flea and tick. It gives them some protection from stuff that they run across on the outside. What the hell are you people saying out of your... Learn. Here's something else. Invisible fence, shot collar. Oh my God, they're executing dogs. Shut up. Here's what I did. I had a friend, had an invisible fence, had changed out the batteries. I was watching the dogs, had changed out the battery for one. So when I did, I put that thing around my neck, assholes, and I walked to the fence. And I could feel this little vibration. I got a little closer, a bigger vibration, but I walked right through, and it certainly did not electrocute me in any way or shock me in any way. Learn, do research, discover, ask questions before you open the mouth. For the sake of the rest of the planet. Hearts is a trusted name in pet care and has been for a very long time. The Hearts 2-in-1 reflective breakaway collar is one of the safest, best on the market, and it is nominal price because of how long Hearts has fucking been around. They can afford to do that. Shut your mouths. Get me facts and information. Most of this shit is just crap. Stop. Because you're all being set to final judgment as well. Okay, leave me out of fucking Linkin Park then. I take it all back.